Hello, 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 everybody. It's Desiree, and I want to know what you put in your pantry. Because that's tonight's project, is this pantry sign. So I want to know, what is it that you put in your pantry? And I'm going to be doing this sign. I'm going to be redoing this sign using some of the pieces out of this transfer. But I want to, before we get started, I'm going to go over here and open up this new package. I believe this is some of the, well, let me go ahead and pop myself up there so you guys can see me while I'm talking to you. I believe what's in here is a, let's see if I can open it. I'm over here trying to open it. I've got the little tab over here on the side. And sometimes it comes off and sometimes it doesn't. It's not wanting to cooperate today. So, maybe using the scissors. I really don't want to use my, oh look, I think I got the other side. Pull it off, pull it off. Pull it off and pull it off. I was supposed to come on this weekend, and unfortunately plans got kind of changed. So I haven't been consistent. Just lots of very early morning wake-ups for work. And general tiredness. I haven't actually been asleep since 3 a.m. Tried to take a nap, couldn't settle, so maybe after this live I will be able to settle. Hang on, I am really working hard to get this done. Hey Glenda, how are you? It's good to see you here. I'm over here behind this, trying to open this. Usually these are easier. But tonight not so much because, you know, that's how the day is gone. I am still going to post details on the sprinkle project. It will be a drawing that will happen at the end of July. I just have to hammer out some more details on the rules because I gotta be kosher with Facebook. They're not always, you know, they have their rules. So I'm trying to be much better about that. Okay, let's see what I got in here. Like I said, I think these are transfers I bought because they are retiring. Oh yeah, these are the ones that are retiring. This one, I think there's still some left of this one. And, you know, the 4th of July is really, really super close, so it probably, unless you ordered it like today, you might get it if you're here on the West Coast. And this one, because these were in the last chance, this one is the boho borders. I wanted that one. I keep, you know, I do that whole thing where I want that. I really need to stop wanting that. Let me see, I think I got, oh, I think that's the packing thing in here. Yes, that is the packing sheet. So that doesn't need to be up here. And then of course I got a lot of cardboard again. I have seen, I am doing okay, Glenda. I am doing okay. Just a little tired because I haven't slept since 3 o'clock this morning when I got up for the dull day job, what can I say? It pays the bills, but it's tiring right now. So this transfer I think is completely out of stock. I'm not sure. You can check in the last chance section. And then we have this one, which is the 4th of July transfer, which I got a second one because I have another one over here. And I plan to do, hang on, I gotta hang these out of the way. I don't want them in the way. But I have some little wooden pieces to use. This is the boho borders, and I had totally forgotten I wanted to get that. This is the ribbon, which is neat. I still love this transfer right here, but I think it's completely gone. Do what is right, not what is easy. And sometimes that's the hard part. But yeah, so these are all transfers that are in last chance. Some of them are probably gone by now, I'm going to be honest with you. So I'm going to go ahead and hang those over here so we can get started on the project tonight, which is this project right here. I'm going to take this board. I have, it's one of the boards, and I really need to get going on this because, you know, I have a lot of boards that need to be redone. So, here we go. I'm going to go ahead and squirt this down because the idea here is to clean it off. Got the cord from my Alexa Echo Dot. Watch out, she might start talking. Because I got myself an Alexa. So I'm just going to scrape this off using our scraper. Makes it much easier than it has been in the past. Much faster. So I can go in here and just scrape all that off. For the most part, get most of that scraped off. And then use a paper towel to clean this off. This is our boutique board. This is one of our boards, but you're not, you know, this is a board that we sell, but you are not limited to using this on these boards. But they're convenient, the frames are nice, and I have to tell you guys, you know, compared to what you purchase at the dollar store, these are super nice boards. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little more water on it and drag out my handy dandy board eraser. Now these are kind of like the magic erasers that you buy at the store. But those things have a lot of chemicals in them. This does not necessarily have chemicals in it. Probably should have cleaned this one before I started using it. So it takes that shadow off. Just like that. That's what I'm looking for it to do. And then I'm going to come back with my paper towel. Like that. And get the rest of it off. Just like that. Remember, tomorrow is T-shirt Tuesday. And because tomorrow is the 30th, what is today? Today's the 30th, isn't it? No, it's the 29th. It is the 29th. Tomorrow is the 30th. And I believe it's Wednesdays. Yeah, Wednesday's the 1st, Thursday's the 2nd, Friday's the 3rd. I have Friday off because what do you know? I work for the government and I'm a subcontractor. So they don't allow us to work on that day because our contract companies don't pay us time and a half. They don't pay holiday pay, so I don't have to do that. And I have another someone who is planning to sign up in July to become a chalk couture designer. So if you are interested in becoming a chalk couture designer, I think I put in there #join. You do that, or just designer, and I'll message you and explain it. I do have a group that has videos in it. I also have a video that I can just pass directly to you. It's an unlisted video on the Easy Crafters page, when I say YouTube channel, and you can go and watch that as well. I can send that to you to find out whether or not this is something for you. I also have some questions that I can ask you. So if those are things that you're thinking about, drop a comment below. This lady is thinking about it because, you know, she needs some extra income. Her situation is changing, and this is a good option. I'm going to help her get ramped up really fast. We want to get to where she's doing $2,000 a month in volume at least, so that she can have some extra cash coming in. And that's the plan, to help her. So if you are thinking about that kind of thing, message, you know, drop a message below, or you can just message Easy Crafters directly, and I'll just talk to you directly. You don't need to broadcast. Okay, so I'm going to go over here. I am going to open this. By the way, I almost forgot. If you are interested in samples, you can just go to this URL. That's called a URL, website URL. And that will pop up a message for you in Messenger from Easy Crafters on how to get a sample. Let me put this over here. I know I'm not supposed to turn my back on the screen, but I'm kind of hidden. So I figured it's okay. All right, so this is clean. Now you guys can see that this transfer is way too big for this. I'm not planning to put all of these on here. And if I lift this, you're gonna see some squares. These are cut lines. These are little cut lines that you can cut. Oops. You can cut along and cut the pieces out. So that's the first plan here, is to cut the pieces out. Now the plan is to use the Pantry. And I was, I was going, oh, I should do this in white, but I used up all my white paste. So tonight we will be using a variety of colors. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab this off of here. This is the Pantry piece. Okay, so I'm planning to put Pantry here. Let's see if it would fit. It should fit. Yeah, it'll be a tight fit. I think it will be tight. That's okay. I can do tight. I can do tight right there. I can do that. Another option is to add the spoon and the fork below it. But you guys tell me, what should I do? Because I have that. I could use the good stuff's in here. I think I could fit that in there. Might be tight. Or yum. But I'm still leaning towards the spoon and the fork because I pulled out the shimmer silver for the spoon and the fork. Plus, I am thinking for the Pantry either Peachy King or this almond color. So one of those two, because I don't have white. Or I could do yellow. Or I could even do copper. So it just depends on what color you prefer in your kitchen. Now I'm kind of leaning towards, because this is going to, the spoon and the fork will be silver, but I'm leaning towards one of these colors or the yellow. This is actually buttermilk. That's a really pretty yellow. Very gentle yellow. So you guys tell me, what color should I use? The buttermilk, the Peachy Cane, or the almond for that part? All that while I'm cutting these out. Just like this. There we go. We have lots of little curlicues and things. So like pieces of transfers like this, you can mix and match the transfers. I mean, I don't necessarily have to use what's here. And I'm just going to, because, sometimes you just want to use the transfer and use the stuff in the transfer. So this stuff, I'm not going to use any of these. We could put yum on a hat. The good stuff's in here. You don't necessarily need to even use that for food. So So, any takers on what we should use for these colors? And while we're doing that, while I'm waiting for people to answer that, I'm gonna go ahead right here. I'm gonna put the spoon and the fork like that. See how that kind of matches? So let's start with the fork. Kind of like this, I think. The first thing you would do is you're going to take your transfer. Now, if you can see this, it has a silk screen in there. See that right there? There's actually a fabric. Lay it down. Fuzz it a little bit. And I'm going to go ahead and plop this fork down right about there. Smooth it down. Pull out my shimmer silver and drop a little bit of water in here because I've had this paste for quite some time. And let's snag something here to mix it. Mix that water in. Now, you know, here's something that's interesting about these shimmer pastes. They have a little bit of a different texture than what you find when you use the other pastes. They do have a little bit, oh, that's nice. I stuck it in my hand because, you know, that's what I do. Okay, here we go. Little stir, little stir. Just like that. And hey, while I'm waiting for answers, and Glenda, if you pick, you get to pick the color because nobody else is here. Before we get started, before I do this, I do want to let you guys know about the Try Me kits. These are these $19.99 kits. There's that one and that one. They're $19.99 and you can get them just by typing crafter.sale/tryme in your browser, and that will pop up the website where you can purchase them from. And it includes the board and base, one of these two transfers, whichever one you choose, plus 2 paste singles and a squeegee. You get everything that you need to make that particular project. Well, let's see. Here we go. Me and technology are having a cow. Hey, Darlene. So, we are picking between, for this section here, because I don't have any white paste, I ran out. We're going to pick between the buttermilk, the peachy cane, and the almond for this section here. So you guys tell me which one of these colors that should be. And while you're doing that, I'm going to go over here and put this fork down. So I'm just putting some paste along here on this fork. So we're going to have a sparkly fork here. And I'll pick this up just like that. There's our fork. This right here is going to get put in water and rinsed off and then replaced back on the backing sheet. And we'll just give this a little short burst of warm air like that. Just so it doesn't come up with this that I'm going to put over the top. A little bit of burst of it. Buttermilk, buttermilk, buttermilk. Everybody wants buttermilk. Oh, blue would be good. Let's see what I've got. I actually have, I know you guys are picking buttermilk, but I do have, I'll let you guys decide, this morning sky. So we could go either buttermilk or morning sky, or both. You guys could choose both. I'll take these two away since you guys have already gone that way. So, do we want to do both? Because I can do both. I can do both of them. Let's check that. That's dry. I'm going to put the spoon on here. So I'll peel it off the backing sheet. The backing sheet has that shiny side and the matte side. Just like this. And I'm going to go ahead and pop this over the top. Just like that. Because I'm going to put that silver spoon on there. I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth. Does anybody know anybody who was born with a silver spoon in their mouth? Because I wasn't. I've had to work very, very hard my entire life. But I am working for my own silver spoon. I don't need somebody else to give it to me. So, the number one person to depend on is yourself. Let's see here. And scrape it all off the top. Put it back in the jar so we like to save things. And there's our spoon. This, again, this is going to go out into water, get in a water bath, get cleaned, and then put back on that sheet. And because it's paste, I'm not too worried about it drying because it will soften up and come out. Now, if I was using the ink that we use on fabrics and glass, not so much. So let me hit this with a little heat gun here. Don't want to bubble that. Here we go. And I better shut that off before we blow out the power. And I know there are people here who have been here when I've done that before. And it's like, oh no, we blew out the power. I live in an old building. This particular apartment was built in the early 70s. Can you believe that? It's a 2-story apartment building out in the middle of the boondocks. I mean, there's a house across the street. There's one that way. And then there's a field over here. And on the other side of that house is a field. And behind us is a gully and some other houses. And we get deer here. So it's different. It's not, it's an apartment and I think that they were trying to think of this as a condominium, but it's kind of small. Okay, so I've got this. We're going to use both the blue and the yellow. So I'll pull this off the backing and just run it across my fuzzing towel here. Like that. And then I'm going to put this right above. Let's put it, trying to look for the perfect placement. Right about, oops, I don't want it to go, I want it to be straight right there. Perfect. Now, here's the question for you guys. Do you want me to do something up here, one color, and then this the other color? Or would you like a gradient blend? Otherwise known, you know, because we have to be, I don't know what it is. Ombre is the new word. To me, I'm an old tech person, nerd, you know, computer geek person, and to me, it's a gradient. That's how I refer to it. It's a gradient. It's not, you know, whatever they're saying. The ombre. I'm like, oh, okay. It's known as a gradient to us people who work in IT. Because that's what we call it. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and stir up my buttermilk. Oh, I'm thinking I'm going to need some more buttermilk. Look, I've used a lot of this buttermilk, haven't I? Must be one of my favorite colors. Or the other option is it's one of the favorite colors of my viewers, because viewers tend to get to do all the picking of colors. But I got plenty for this project. I'm just trying to get it to a consistency, I cannot say it tonight. Consistency. Gradients are a lot of fun. And I've got this other one. I'm going to go ahead and put some water in here. Hopefully it is not hard. I'm wondering if it is. And, oh, nope. Not hard at all. Stir, stir, stir. This one I have not had open very long. So I'm going to kind of scrape the edges a little bit. There we go. Well, let's do the consistency test. Ooh, this one's looking pretty good. It's sliding right off of there. That's what you want. You know, they've said things like yogurt consistency, blah, blah. If it slides off the thing, I'm good. All right, so we're going to do the gradient, blue and yellow. And I'm thinking, do you guys think I should do yellow down to blue or blue down to yellow? I think blue down to yellow, because then this will set that off. So we're going to do blue to yellow. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just drop some paste here. I tend, you know, I never put enough on here and I always end up getting more. But we're going to see if I can do it. And then I'm going to go up here. And notice I'm not putting it directly on the silk screen. I'm just putting it everywhere like this. I'm just trying to get enough here. Now, I'm going to use 2 squeegees. I'm going to go ahead and squeegee this over, just like this. Just like this. I'm going to probably need to get some more. Because I knew I would need more. It's okay. I can get more. Just like this. I'll scrape that back in there. And then we're going to go and get this in here. Just like this. Now, you see I'm already blending. I'm going to kind of blend it up like this. Scrape that off. This is not going back in the jar. Wet my finger here. And I'm going to rub it in. Rub-a-dub-dub. This reminds me of my cousin, and he will never know that I told you guys this story. When we were young, my cousin, and you know what? I'm one of those people I share too much. But I'm going to share this anyways. Let me pull this up while I'm talking to you guys. My cousin, Mr. Rub-a-Dub-Dub, he was asked when he was, I don't know, 7 or 8, to say grace at dinner at my parents' house when we were young. And I'm like 6 years older than he is. And he gets up there and he says, "Rub-a-dub-dub, let's eat the grub." Oh, somebody just, I'm wondering if that's probably something got delivered. In fact, I'm sure. The dog's barking. And they haven't done that again. But, yeah. Rub-a-dub-dub, let's eat some grub. Amen. And I think my aunt was going to have a cow. So, yes, don't tell anybody. Don't tell Jeff that I told that story. But here we go. Look at that. Pantry. Open 24/7. I think that the blue and the yellow gradient came out really cool. What do you guys think? Give me some hearts if you liked it. If you think this looks great. Pop some hearts up. It's nice to see, that things like this are appreciated. Oops, something back here's attacking me. Oh, that's another project. What is that? Don't know. But yeah, this project is a done deal. So, I want to know from you guys what you think. Drop a note in the comments about this project. And if you have never tried Chocateur, let's see, where is it? Remember, crafter.sale/sample to find out how to get sample kit. Even if you've already had one, you can still purchase one. Just crafter.sale/sample, and I will get with you on how you can get another one. And of course, there's always the Try Me kits. They are $19.99 on the website. Just drop in crafter. Where is it? Not that one. crafter.sale/try me. That's going to take you directly to, and you guys, you know what? You don't want to know. I'm over here waving my hands while I'm talking to you, and you can't see me. But crafter.sale/try me, that's going to get you guys in there to check out that. So, with that said, I want to thank you guys all for dropping by and watching me make this project. It's a pretty cool project. I'll be doing more projects. Tomorrow is T-shirt Tuesday, so be sure to swing by and drop in and watch T-shirt Tuesday, because tomorrow I'm also going to present a video about the sprinkle project, which means that at the end of the month, some people are going to win some T-shirts. Yay! With that said, you guys, good night. Have a great evening. And remember, your pantry is open 24/7.